Highmoor Tower was built in 1885 by Edwin and Henry Banks to house a clock, the face of which was on the north side of the tower, facing the town, a carillon, and Big Joe, a large 2-ton bell, which could be heard up to 12 miles away. The carillon, a set of 9 smaller bells, played a tune every 3 hours, a different tune every day of the week, and a hymn on Sundays. This, no doubt, flooded the sound of its chimes all around the town of Wigton. Highmoor Mansion began as a 5-bay 2-storey villa with a pediment over the centre 3 bays. Built from 1817 onward for John Hodge and completed by his son Joseph. This building still forms the east end of the house, but has lost its glazing bars and any other period interiors it once possessed. William Banks, a native of Keswick, came to Wigton in 1835 and entered the Hodge firm, probably in a managerial capacity. He married into the Hodge family, and after Joseph Hodge and his sister both died, through his wife, inherited Highmoor House. It was enlarged to the west in about 1870 by adding a tall Italianate beveline tower in stone. He also enclosed the park with 2 miles of iron fencing. In 1885 to 87, his sons Edwin and Henry made the tower into a folly, raising its height to 136 feet and installing a great bell called Big Joe. It was the 10th largest bell in the British Isles. A 9-bell automatic chime was installed in the freestanding clock tower in 1884, which could play up to 60 tunes with a base bell of about 2 tons in weight. Taylor Bell Foundry supplied the great bell as an hour bell. Probably it was operated by a mechanical drum. The bells were scrapped in 1920. Edwin and Henry Banks extended the house further, adding an irregular 2-storied stucco range which wrapped around the base of the tower. The architect is unknown, but may have been Charles Ferguson, who designed the Skimberness Hotel for the family on the Solway coast at Sylhet in 1878, or the estate builder James Henderson, who built the hotel and to whom was entrusted the important work of beautifying Highmoor House by erecting the fine and unique tower. As his obituary put it, he was also responsible for building the 2 lodges, known as Alpha and Omega, on Highmoor Road to the north, which have applied half-timbered rustic bamboo supports for the porches and dragon finials. Edward did not only build for himself, however. In 1886 he bought a small shop on the High Street opposite the parish church, together with some houses in Kildare Court behind the shop, and began to build of what is now the Kildare Hotel. This he originally intended to be the home of the town's Conservative Club. They could not afford its upkeep, so Banks leased the building to a solicitor and to various local government bodies, including the Poor Law Union and the new Rural District Council, which was formed in 1894. Edwin Banks and his brother always gave willingly to charitable work of any kind. In 1880-81 they were the major subscribers to a fund to renovate the parish church. The renovation was extensive and included the construction of a new wood block floor, the construction of a new raised chancel with choir stalls, and a new vestry, and reciting of the pulpit, and finally the replacement of the old enclosed pews with new low open ones, in addition to a new system of ventilation and heating was installed. Edwin Banks' last big building project was to build the Wigton baths. The mill, known as Little Mill, was demolished in 1900 and the baths built on a nearby site. It had been intended to use the water from the stream for the swimming pool, but fortunately industrialists who also used the stream objected, and it was provided with piped mains water. When the baths were completed in 1901, Mr. Banks offered it as a gift to the town Urban District Council. They refused, lest it became a burden on the rates. So he rented the baths to the council for £1 a year. When his property was sold off, they had to pay what they could have had as a gift. The baths were a great amenity to the town the size of Wigton, and its swimming and water polo club became famous in the latter years. The Banks family, although Anglicans, supported other religious denominations too, and gave generously to the orphans at the Convent of Mercy. Like their father before them, both brothers became High Sheriff of Cumberland. Henry Banks in 1886 and Edwin in 1889. They remodelled their father's coach for the first occasion. It was rebuilt, painted chocolate brown and yellow, and white headlamps, with the family crest and motto, "While I breathe, I hope," on the doors. In 1909 the estate was sold and the mansion converted into flats in 1934-35, re-renovated in 1972. From the 1930s, the grounds have been developed for housing.